There has been an arrest for the accidental shooting death of this Scripps Ranch boy. The man who owned the gun that discharged has turned himself in, and it's a familiar name. The brother of former mayoral candidate Steve Francis is facing several charges. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina is in Scripps Ranch with the nagging questions still hanging over the neighbors. Steve?
Kim, the most pressing question is why the little boy and his playmate were able to get their hands on and play with a loaded handgun that ended in his death in that garage, the one with the door closed, about 2 weeks ago. There are no answers yet, as a funeral and an arrest have brought some closure. Todd Francis posted $100,000 bail after being booked into county jail. He's facing felony charges of child endangerment, criminal storage of a firearm, and involuntary manslaughter.
We're still very shaken up and grief-stricken over a very good friend and playmate for my kids. There's a lot of questions in our minds right now. I would assume is anger will be coming out with that, but we just hope justice is served.
Francis is the brother of former San Diego mayoral candidate Steve Francis. Defense attorney Dana Kotmer, who earlier said the pistol was hidden and unloaded, issued a statement. Quote, he was booked in yesterday on his own accord, and a court date has been set for a future arraignment date.
We're glad that, he acknowledged that that was his fault. And at the same time, because he was one of our neighbors, we feel so bad.
The fatal shooting of 10-year-old Eric Clias as he played with Francis' daughter was an accident that shocked this community.
Oh, no, we have no idea. Because, obviously, there's so many kids playing right there. So, who'd have thought there's a gun in there, actually?
The idea of a lethal weapon in the hands of children seemed incomprehensible.
Never in a million years that, would expect that. And
not only the Francis family decided to move, so did the neighbor across the way, who didn't want her face shown.
Because of that tragedy, actually, we decided to move out to prevent from all the, memories and thoughts for my kids, because my kids are actually involved with those kids and played the night before the accident.
And by surrendering to police, Francis did not admit any guilt. He's merely speeding up the process. He's expected to be arraigned next week, where he would enter not guilty pleas. Live in Scripps Ranch, Steve Fiorina, 10 News.